So when you've found an article or a book or a resource or whatnot, and you're ready to enter it on Noodle Tools for your resources page, works cited page, bibliography, whatever you choose to call it, it can go by all those names. You need to log into Noodle Tools. So I have to go back to current user sign in because I logged out. But that is a quick process now because I know my password. So, what? I spelled my own name wrong. How embarrassing. I got it right this time. I hope. There it is. Okay. So here's my animal shelter project. So I will click on this one. And I'm going to add to my bibliography. That's the word they use. So bibliography is right here. So I will click on bibliography. And it says MLA works cited. That's right, because I wanted to do MLA. And it says cite A and then select a citation type. And what I actually found was a animal shelter. I used that no-kill term that I discovered when I was looking through Marvel to see if I could find a full-text article. And what I noticed when I was searching Google Scholar, so here's a new tip. If you look over here on the right, these other links are, I believe, often the full texts. And so if you click on something that says PDF, it will open a window where you can open the article. So it'll download it. And then there it is. So if they don't have those links, you might have to do some more advanced searching. But whenever you click these PDF links on the right or HTML, I imagine this will open a, animal abuse and domestic violence. That looks like a really depressing article. I'm not going to read that right now. The one I wanted deals with no-kill shelters, which is a happier thing. So I clicked on the PDF link there, and it says open, and yes, I would like to open. So there's that. And so this first page has most all of the information I need in order to cite this article. From where you're sitting, you might not be able to read these because the print is very small at the top in places, but this has all of the information. So I'll be able to go back and forth between these two screens. So I'm going to move that over there just a little bit and then shorten up my window over here so that I can click back and forth between them. So I'm going to go back to my Noodle Tools pane, and this is a journal article because it's from the Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science, Journal 3, 207 to 226. Those are, I imagine, the page numbers if we look on here. Yep, 207 to 226. So I'm going to go type, commonly cited. It is a journal. That is good. And then, or do I need journal article? Let's see if that's an option. Non-periodical, electric online. It looked like that was a print source. So this was published, so it's not unpublished. Okay, so it does look like my best option was this journal one at the top. So commonly cited, it is a journal. I'm going to hit create citation. And then this will actually, Noodle Tools is very nice. And you can do this, show me what it looks like, how to evaluate it, how to cite it. And they'll walk you through all of these things. So if you're ever lost with what to do with entering something, these short videos are great. Particularly the how to evaluate it, how to tell if it's a good thing to use. Can someone open the door, please? Thank you. So this is useful to you. You do not have to check it out. I believe if you scroll down, you can just continue on. But those tutorials are very helpful if you're feeling confused and lost. Noodle Tools does a good job with those sorts of things. So then this is where you're just on like a search and find mission. And so there's author, so article authors. Author, you can list them in the order that they're listed on the paper. So I have M.D. Salmon is the first person. So first name is Salmon, and then last name, middle name. I just have MD. Oh, last name is Salmon. And I just had MD, so I guess I will put M, and I will put D. Maybe I should just put a dot so that they know it's short. There's another author, so I'm going to hit add another author. I'm going to go back here. My next one was John G. New Jr. So I have first name, John, middle name, G, New, and then Junior. So that's Junior. There's still more authors because there's a plethora of authors that were helping to write this paper. So I'm going to go over here. I also have Janet M. Scarlett. So I'll type Janet M. Scarlett. She had no suffix. I have another author who is Philip H. Chris. I spelled Scarlet wrong. That is a good thing to catch. And I just forgot how to spell Chris. So Scarlet, 2 T's, Chris, K-R-I-S. And you can come back and edit these things if you notice you got something wrong. That is not as big of a deal. So there are all of my authors in the order that they were on. So sometimes you can select and copy titles and things, and that can be very helpful if they are long titles. With this one, it is not letting me highlight anything, so I have to remember that this is human and animal factors. I'm going to just type this in parts. So human and animal factors related to the relinquishment of dogs and cats in 12, of dogs and cats in 12, and they did the number 12, they didn't write it out. Selected animal shelters, 12 selected animal shelters in the United States. There's my article title. English translation, I don't need English translation because it was in English. Pages, I figured out that it started on this is page 208, so that makes the page before it 207. But up here in the upper left-hand corner, it says 207 to 226, so that's giving me those page numbers. So 207 to 226. And I believe they are consecutive. If they were not consecutive, it is a thing where there might be like a few pages of an ad in the middle of the article, and so you would have page 207 to 210, and then there would be this ad, and it would say article resumes on page 213, so you could do the page ranges there. But these are consecutive, so that's handy. Name of the journal, I'm going to go to this, and then the name of the journal is also usually printed in the upper top left. Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science. So I'll type Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science. That's nice. Volume and issue usually comes after the title. I see J3 there. Oh, I missed an author. I missed 2 authors. I have to add those on there. So I guess J3. So volume would be J, issue would be 3. The year, it says copyright 1998, so that's 1998. That puts it outside of my 10-year range, but that's not too long ago, so we'll call that okay. But I do need to go back up and I need to add another author. So the author I missed was Rebecca Rook-Galley? Rook-Galley? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'll try to type it right. And Suzanne Hetz. So I have to add another author. make sure I spelled those right. Suzanne Hetz, Rebecca Rugali. I believe so. Okay, so now I can go back down and continue on entering information. Series, I do not believe there was any series information. I didn't see any of this given, so I'm just going to ignore it. So you don't have to fill out all of these. So, annotation. This is helpful. I was clicking, what is an annotation? Oh, is it going to give me a big... Oh, this is a big discussion. I thought it was just going to be a pop-up box. An annotation explains what the paper is about, and it can kind of comment on the paper. We won't put that in right now. So, we've got all this information. It looks like everything is filled out. I'm going to go over to and hit submit. Include this source in my final work cited. I'll say yes because I'm going to use that one. So we hit submit, and it's submitting it. I believe it's submitting it. I'll close out my other pane in case that's slowing things down. So what this is doing is it's organizing all of the information into the MLA format, which is very helpful to you because it can be tricky to do. So without this program, you would have to know to write all of these things in this order with all of these marks of punctuation, and that can be quite a process. So entering the information takes a little bit of time, but then you don't have to worry about organizing it. And the other nice thing is that there are ways within Noodle Tools, which we won't cover here, but if we needed to switch from MLA to like the APA citation style or Chicago citation style, that you could do that without having to retype all of the entries. So this is very helpful. And there's my citation. So for each one, you just enter that information, and then it gives you this very nice, clear citation.